He had a really like noteworthy funky blog for a long time. He's on there a lot. So a lot of actually like really noteworthy people are
The
on
mad
Milk
fermentationist guy.
Is he on there?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if he is, but a lot of really cool people. And you get a lot of really interesting information from there. And there's also like guys who own yeast companies, that kind of thing.
I'm almost certain it's a reference to Old Greg, and I'm going to show you guys after the show.
All right, I'm down.
Jay Goodwin.
Jay Goodwin, thank you.
Sour Hour.
So let's see here. Let's just start with some saisons here, you guys. Let's start with Don't Kick the Amp.
Both saisons are the exact same ABV. It looks like.
Yep,
7.3%.
Yeah, it looks like it's just a slightly different yeast culture and dry hop, I think he said.
Cool. So let's start with You Can't Drink Paper.
Yeah, don't open that right over your computer.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that Don't Drink Beer meme I sent you about the Logsden?
Oh, that was so good.
It was just like a puppy covered in soap foam. And it was just like when you open a Logsden beer that isn't ice cold.
So true, though.
Yeah, it's true. So,
all the volumes.
What did we start with? You Can't Drink Paper? All right, so this one has the Sax strains that he mentioned, some Brett and Lactobacillus. It's got
me right in the Brett sack.
Pils, Munich wheat, flaked oats, dry hop with Citra. Final gravity 1.004. That's right. You gotta love it when you finish at 1.
On paper, this beer sounds fucking great.
And it smells fucking great too.
It smells fantastic.
Damn, smell that shit.
It sounds great on paper, but you can't drink paper. Nice.
Oh shit!
Is that where that came from?
It has to.
Man.
Come on.
Maybe it's from Old Greg.
It has to.
Maybe that name is also from Old
Scaly
Greg.
Manfish.
I'm a scaly saison.
This has a great fruity funk. The funk is the first thing I'm picking
so
up.
Good.
Yep, it does. It's a little horsey.
It smells like pineapple bread.
Pineapple bread.
It's got almost like a savory character to the funk.
Oh, I forgot.
You know?
Nice. Dude.
Feel it.
Saison.
This is a damn good saison, too.
Feel it in your bones.
Saison.
Feel it deep down.
So good.
Getting down.
Ride it in your mouth.
Feel it on your tongue.
That's a nice tasting saison.
Pineapple bread like this.
That's such a weird, creepy
Oh,
It's fruity.
yes. Oh, this is so up my alley.
This beer is fucking killer.
This
Dude.
is good.
This is
bright
my
and
jam.
soft and fruity. It's funky. It's got some hay, like wet hay notes.
He put down it's at 3.2 volumes of CO2, which hell yeah, nicely carbonated.
This was bottled about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 12/20/17.
It's
kind of leathery.
It's pretty carbonated, but because it's got that like bubbly prickliness, I think it cuts there's a bit of a sweet tart character on the front, and I think the prickliness kind of breaks that up so it doesn't linger on your palate too much. It kind of scrubs itself away so it doesn't hang out and become cloying.
Yeah.
And it makes the thing super refreshing.
It just shows, man, like so much of mouthfeel is made up by carbonation. You know, if you have something that's a little on the sweeter side, you know, carbonate a little bit higher and it balances it out completely, you know?
That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, this is fucking great, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, this really kicks ass.
This is like pro level stuff right here. This is really good.
Totally. I mean, if this had like a fancy label and was priced at like, you know, $13.99, I'd buy it.
Yeah, this is
Yep.
fantastic.
Wow.
Just goes to show you, man, you can make some killer homebrew.
I mean, this guy can.
Honestly,
I can't.
like I would even think letting this sit for longer would help develop a little bit more of the funk complexity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
Because right now
get a little
it's-
bit more acidity too.
It's more on the nose, I think, the funk than the flavor, and but on the other hand, it's really fruity and kind of it's really refreshing to drink. It's but yeah, I would definitely let this sit in the bottle for a while,
Yeah.
just to see what
sure.
happens.
Oh,
But
well.
honestly, I would put this beer on par with some of my favorite like tart saisons I've had from anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is really, really on point. Thanks for sending this, man.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say
it's in my
let's
wheelhouse.
Right,
It's also
yes,
it's
right
been in
nowhere
the
else.
bottle for about 4 months. It looks like based on his dates, so it's not super fresh. Still got a lot of hop character.
Would you care for the date?
It's got flake
How
notes.
about next Thursday?
Oh, this is so good.
Never turn down an opportunity to quote Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Never seen that movie.
Oh my God, you're missing out.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, do you have 92 minutes to spare one day?
No, I'm a busy man.
He's too busy for that Mel Brooks silliness.
Speaking of Mel
on
Brooks,
second thought, let's skip Sherwood Forest. This is a silly place.
I think the movie the producers just turned 50, and Mel Brooks is 91, and he went to a screening of it this past weekend. It's pretty dope.
Is he still talking about
Yeah,
that?
he
fucking,
sounds exactly the same.
Is he still
too.
talking about that pizza movie he's never gonna make?
I don't know. But the producers is it's springtime.
It's about a
Full
murderer
hit
called Pizza Man. And then every so often blogs would be like, Mel Brooks making a Pizza Man movie. It's like, no, he's not.
No, he's not. He's fucking with you guys.
Honestly, I think he's like, yeah, sure, that'd be fun, but it's just something him and that other old dude just bullshit about at their daily lunch.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so
Pizza Man, that'd be fucking great.
So this one is Don't Kick the Amp, which is, he said, it's the same beer, only this one has also spiked with dregs from Celador, Lost Abbey, and Santia Darius beers. And this one was dry hopped with You Cannot.
Yes, I
You
can.
You cannot.
I love that so much.
I like when you pour these
No.
beers, they just kind of explode into carbonation. in
No,
your glass.
Matt, you cannot hop
Yeah,
it.
that's-
You cannot.
That's another good point. Like the heads on these beers are like perfect. They're pillowy and like they stick around and oh god, they're bright white. Mm-hmm. Great.
Oh, man.
Lately,
Ooh.
I am like appreciating nicer heads on beer more and more. It's just it makes the beer look that much more appealing.
You know what sucks is when you want the same thing out of your own beer and then it just kind of fizzles away.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, son of a bitch.
That causes shrinkage. Like
In the year
would not
2018, John is really into head.
I am.
When I first started homebrewing, I used Carapils and everything because I wanted more head in my beer, and that's what the homebrew shop dude told me I should use, and it usually worked. He was like, add just like a half a pound of Carapils, half a pound of wheat in there.
yeah.
You want some head in your beer?
I'll have to give that a shot if I ever homebrew again. I am going to homebrew again.
do
And
it.
Are you?
I think I'm going to ditch.
Because you have
I
a
am
really
sitting
you
like
have you have
2
a really
feet from
great
a really nice-
decoration in the studio.
It's holding the carpet down. I'm going to switch, I think, to a submersion chiller rather than the plate chiller. Because the plate chiller is a pain to clean. It's a pain to use. I don't think
Cleaning's a
it's
big thing.
It's
The problem with cleaning those fucking things is like homebrewers just don't have access to really good cleaning chemicals. You know,
and you can boil it and do all this other crap, but you never get everything out of it, and it scares me. And
yeah, it's like if like
It's
you
such a
had
critical piece of
access to, caustic and hydrogen peroxide, put those two together, it would strip the thing clean instantly. But that's drain cleaner.
Yeah.
And
then it also sits at 100, not even 180 degrees, like 200 degrees basically for 40 minutes while it transfers into the fermenter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but it really screws up your calculations for hops and bitterness and all that when it just sits longer.
Well, I mean, that's standard for almost every brewery.
That's true.
It's like the
Yeah.
40-minute transfer time. So that's you figure out how to like factor that in. But that being said, I mean, if you're using an immersion chiller and circulating, then you can get a lot of hop aroma out of your Whirlpool editions. Like you kind of like that's pretty difficult with bigger systems because, like you said, all the hops are sitting hot for 40
Right.
minutes, so you tend to lose some of
And
that.
it's just easier to clean and, easier to sanitize.
That's a
and
good point, though.
yeah.
How do you whirlpool with an immersion chiller?
You can
put-
put
yeah.
an arm in there.
Oh, okay.
What's
And
his
it just-
name?
You pump
From the
through it?
Brewing Network. Yeah, it's just
exactly.
a piece of copper that goes in the middle.
I whirlpool with a paddle.
And
that's all I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stir it and call it good.
Honestly, the nice thing too is what you can do is set up your Whirlpool in your kettle with a pump, but then have the coolant in the immersion chiller going in the opposite direction, and it cools your wort down really fast.
Okay.
I'm talking like 15
use a
minutes you can get down
counterflow.
to like below 100. Yeah.
Kyle just posted a link in the chat to the Hydro Chiller, And I think Drew Beecham just got one of those, and he put his little Whirlpool arm in there that he uses, and apparently it works very well. And they're not that expensive. I can click on the link, but I think they're like $160 or something.
That is exactly how much it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you're paying for a bunch of copper. I mean, it's,
Yeah, that's what literally it's the only thing you're paying for is the fucking copper.
Like,
So hey,
some
you
crackhead
guys,
broke into my garage and all he stole was my immersion chiller.
good.
are you
get.
no.
serious? Oh. Dude, I remember I was when I had this like pipe dream about owning a Victorian house in Riverside because they're awesome and I still want one someday. But there was one that sat empty forever, and I looked up the listing, and it was something along the lines of, needs some work, has had copper stolen from it 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no
4
wiring.
times.
Or some
Jesus.
Oh yeah, people like kept getting
Six-
in there and like
Good Christ.
rebuild it a little bit, and then someone would break in and steal the air conditioner and all the pipes.
66 times.
Our union was looking, our local was looking for a new building to buy, and there was one in West Covina, and the only catch was it had no wires in it because
they've been
its
ripped
wiring
out.
was stolen.
Good Christ.
And they're just like, we're just like, why are we even considering this building? Like, we're paying millions of dollars for a building with no wiring.
Yeah.
All the work, like, there's got to be something else at least with wires in it.
Oh yeah, red
Like,
flag, man.
Yeah,
we
for
didn't
real.
get that. So
So hey, don't kick the amp, you guys. Have you guys smelled this yet?
yeah,
Smell it. That's the smell of love.
that's what you
Sounds
want.
really good.
It smells
Yeah.
fucking fantastic.
Smells like love.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Honestly,
funk and fruit, man.
you know what this reminds me of, you guys? It's a fucking monkish beer.
Yeah.
This reminds
Seriously.
me of a monkish
Yeah,
saison.
absolutely.
Totally. I mean, it's totally that quality.
It definitely seems to have gotten a little bit more yeast character from him throwing those dregs in.
Yeah,
It's
it
a lot more
definitely
tart.
a lot more tart. It has a lot more of those like sour, fruity characteristics. Yeah, more of that pineapple thing.
It's damn good. Like you said, it's like the monkish house tart saisons they always have that they're just like, yeah, limit 6 or whatever, however many you want.
Yeah,
And-
exactly. Limit 9,000 because no one wants them for some fucking reason.
And everyone's
Everyone
like,
wants their candy.
needs more fruit, needs more fruit.
Yeah,
needs more fruit.
So stupid. Why are people dumb, you guys? Come on.
People
No,
like
they're not
sweets.
dumb. They're just,
They're
They're-
only about this subject.
They're bad and they should
They
feel
like
bad.
fruit.
new beer drinkers, and they want all the
They want fruit.
fruit. Yeah.
I want fruit.
They want fruit and haze.
Yep. And then they
Just eat a
realize
fucking
that
apple while you're drinking a beer.
the hazy beers start to taste all the same, and
And then
the
we're-
fruit
we
beers
want
are
fruit.
too fruity.
And then we're over here like,
And
we
too sour.
want the funk.
Yeah,
Gotta have
really.
that funk. Ow.
Ow.
yeah, I mean, this beer is incredible.
Boom, boom, boom.
I would pay money for this.
It's like, it's so good we're running out of things to say about it. All we're doing is being
it's
effusive.
just really solid.
Yeah.
Somebody
smells
say
great.
pineapple?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of pineapple-y.
'Cause my
for sure.
nose is fucking wacky right now.
Yeah, it's got that like nice. It's light on the palate, but it's got a great flavor. It's not
It's so bright.
super, challenging. It's super refreshing.
I'd say if anything, like the one thing that it's lacking is structure.
Why do you say that?
The mouthfeel itself is I either want more carbonation,
I was gonna say more carbonation too.
more carbonation, or some kind of body left over. You know what I mean? Because
I
it
wouldn't
needs.
hate like if there was some sort of like a bit of a bready malt presence to
Yeah,
it.
It seems like these bugs have chewed up everything.
If I'm going to
isn't
give
that-
any suggestion at all to the beer, which I think these are great beers.
Yeah, we both think they're fantastic.
Yeah, something
all
that
of us.
held on to a little bit more of that grain profile or malty flavor, I think would be a fun twist on this.
So Matt, you said two things that are kind of the opposite. So you either want more carbonation and it to be like lighter on the palate, or you want more body.
I don't think it would. I think more carbonation would necessarily make it lighter on the palate. It might, but it would provide something
Texture?
texture. Exactly. It would
Okay.
provide more texture. It would be two different kinds for sure, but more. Like I use the word structure, which isn't necessarily correct.
You want more-
That's actually a wine term that means something specific. But like you said, more mouthfeel of one kind or another.
Okay,
I
you
would
want it to be more interesting on the mouthfeel.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said,
some way.
that's how much I have to nitpick this to find something to talk about.
Oh, and it's a very small nitpicky.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
there's
for sure.
Pilsner, there's Munich, white wheat, flaked oats. That's quite a malt
I mean,
bill.
yeah, he's got
Yeah,
all the
Uh,
malts.
it's got to be those bugs, man. Those bugs in there are just chewing everything up in this thing.
I guess so.
But still, really, really great.
And now we're chewing up the bugs.
Don't kick the amp. Where'd that
Don't
come
kick
from?
the amp,
Did we
man.
speculate on that yet?
I would assume it has something to do with live music, like if you kick
So
an
if you
amp,
have
like
an amp
the reverb.
with reverb, but
Yeah.
yeah, the spring rattles and
Yeah, exactly.
makes that weird twangy sound. So don't kick the amp.
It is 20.
I feel like it would be like it was like a joke about a thing that happened like while they're making it.
Oh, it's an inside joke kind of thing, yeah. Or
We should have asked. If only we had the creator on the show.
I know.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
Well, if his saisons are this good, his imperial porter has got to be amazing, right?
We'll
I would
see.
hope so.
We shall find out.
Because that's the thing with bugs. Sometimes they chew up the
He did say on the porter that he's probably not going to make it again. So
Yeah.
dark
Well, let's
malts
see.
and sour sometimes yield weird results.
Yeah, I'm mixed. I have mixed feelings towards dark sour beers.
Same.
I don't know.
As in like black sour beers, like what the red brown.
Yeah,
tends to
okay,
work
yeah.
really
The
well.
roasty sour beers, I should say. How about that? A porter is a roasty beer, so
roasty sour beers.
Roasty. It's pouring coffee like.
It did not explode, which is good.
3 for
Roasty
3
sour
on the,
beers turn a man
kind
into
pours.
a mouse.
pouring it next to a Coca-Cola can, it looks like you just
It
poured
looks
Greg
like
some
Coke.
It really does.
It actually does. Yeah.
But the lime and the coconut.
Doesn't smell
Matt,
like Coke.
This is a complete derail because that's what I do. You're the LaCroix fan here. LaCroix and whiskey works pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
What
I use it in
flavor
cocktails.
LaCroix?
Lime.
Really?
Yeah, it's just like a
Oh.
nice, light, like whiskey spritzer. It's really
Interesting.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty good.
good. Yeah.
I think the Pamplemousse LaCroix is my least favorite LaCroix.
Really?
I don't know, yeah, it doesn't taste right.
I like that one. Tangerine
chemically.
is my least favorite.
I had the tangerine and it was
tastes
like
the pith of the tangerine, not
yeah,
the
it tasted
juice.
like all the things that you don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make cocktails with those quite a bit. I use the coconut one for like a Ramos Gin Fizz, and I use that as because it's a lime heavy, lime and coconut.
Yeah.
Like it's a perfect.
Nice.
So this beer is called Funky Chocolate, and you know what it smells like?
Funky
It
chocolate?
smells like funky chocolate.
It does.
It
smells-
really
that smells
does.
really
It's
good.
70% cacao, 30% funk.
Yeah, I get a little tiny cherry-ish kind of thing, like a fruity. I don't
wow.
know. I'm thinking cherry in my head. Doesn't taste good.
It has the same problem.
Whoa.
It has the same problem
weird.
that all sour
Dark.
roasty beers have. It's a clash.
And it's
I don't know. I kind of dig it.
It feels like the flavor is kind of good, but it hits your palate hard. And where I think the last beers were really fizzy and they kind of scrubbed off your palate at the end, this one just sits there and it's just like, enjoy that sourness, you fuck.
Yeah, serious.
You know what it
This
reminds
is
me of?
what's up?
Is if you chocolate dipped a pickle.
Why would you say that?
Oh yeah.
A chocolate pickle.
It does not
I mean, it's
taste
kind
like
of-
a chocolate pickle.
I don't know if pickle. I'm not getting any. I'm not getting acetic out of
No,
this.
no. But it's sour.
You're
and
drunk.
Pickles are sour. No, I'm not drunk.
Go home.
Go home, Greg. You're drunk. Aw.
A chocolate pickle sounds absolutely disgusting.
It sounds like something you get at a state fair.
Maybe, but it's not a chocolate pickle. Everyone ignore what Greg just said. It's not a chocolate pickle.
It's just really throwing us all off.
Yeah, it's like you take
I'm
a
just
sip,
trolling
and
you
on the
guys,
front
really.
you get like this really interesting full flavored sour beer, but then on the back, like that cocoa thing starts to come in. And honestly, like I think the vanilla is actually a really cool intro, like a cool addition. Like vanilla and sour beer, I actually think is a really underrated combo.
I'm
Yeah, I know
thinking
the brewery's done a
I'm
couple of
thinking
those.
like
Yeah,
that
it's-
cake. I said this I think recently too. That chocolate cake, lava cake, I guess.
The one
Is
with the melty middle.
Yeah, and does it have cherries in it? Like tart cherries?
It can.
It kind of reminds me of tart cherries, like sugary tart cherries, and chocolate, but with a little bit of roast. I like this beer. I think it's a good beer. I would drink it.
I think it's good. I'm just confused by it.
Like a
Sexual.
chocolate pickle.
Well, again, when
Like
we
what stuff?
I like it, but I'm confused.
Speaking of a chocolate pickle,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, there goes our Joe Berman retweet.
Guys, I was on whatever that podcast you're talking about being
Oh
on.
no, don't worry about it. It's never
didn't
mind.
work out.
The beers broke. They broke.
There was a derailment.
Yeah, it went off the rails.
Jason found a recipe for chocolate covered pickles.
That's
so
the
gonna
worst
try
thing
that.
I've ever seen. I want nothing to do with
What
it.
about chocolate dipped fried pickles?
Also sounds gross
Sounds
because
kinda gross.
adding fryness, them being fried,
Fryness. Your
does
fryness.
not improve
I don't know. My
the idea.
See, now I wanna
Batter? I mean,
Royal fryness.
batter.
yeah, it's
Your
French
royal
fry.
fryness.
I think I don't for
Put it on a stick.
for some reason I would try a deep fried chocolate covered pickle
I
over.
fucking hate
It would
plain.
be vegan.
I hate pickles.
Well, milk chocolate as long as it's not milk chocolate. Yeah.
True.
At this point, I wouldn't care if it was vegan because I'm eating a pickle covered in chocolate, and the pickle.
And you've already made a lot of poor life decisions to get to that point.
All right.
Reflect upon the decisions that have led you to this point.
I could see why he wouldn't want to brew this again, and I can see why you don't like it. I mean, it's these roasty sour beers are tough to pull off because it's just
These
it's
roasties-
two flavors that shouldn't really go together. And
These
if
roasty
you,
sour beers have roasty sour ends.
if you can make a roasty sour beer that is good, to
Hit us up.
No, I don't mean. I'm just saying, like you've done something amazing, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm saying hit us up because I definitely want to try it.
Has the
But,
Lost Abbey done one?
I don't. They didn't they
Jolly
have
Pumpkin has a pretty
Jolly
good one.
Pumpkin, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm thinking of.
true.
And this was made with Jolly
speaking of
Pumpkin
Michigan.
dregs.
That's Madrugada Obscura.
Yeah, yeah.
Can we talk about Jolly Pumpkin's label art real quick and the turnaround that they've had because it's awesome.
It was kind of awesome before, but then they went into this whole like stoner album cover thing, and now
Yes.
it's like fucking real cool.
Yeah, you wonder why I love it so much.
Yeah.
It's right up my alley.
Yeah.
So Joe, thank you again for sending us these beers. These were awesome. They were really, really great.
Please send us more.
Oh
Like,
yeah, if you ever want to, didn't we think these? Oh no, he said he was in Michigan. Never mind.
I think
he's not local.
I think he's moving there. He's there right now, but he's also. I think he just sent us a text saying he's moving there and
I
forever
have family
there.
in Michigan.
My mom was born in Michigan.
I have had beers from Michigan.
All right, we all have some. Jason,
Nah.
Founders Bells.
All right. Thanks again, man. We appreciate it. If you want to find Four Brewers online, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all that information on fourbrewers.com. Go to fourbrewers.com/live if you want to hang out with us while we're taping the show. Go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube. See all of our funny, sunny YouTube content.
Sunny,
Sunny, funny,
well produced YouTube
Well punny.
content.
well-produced YouTube.
Hot
we go.
punny.
Hot punny YouTube content. Go to patreon.com/4brewers if you want to donate to the show because that helps us do lots of fun stuff, including hopefully a trip to Texas, you guys.
I can't go to Texas. That's where all my exes live.
Did you mess with it?
I will
did
say
that go over your head? Did I make a joke?
I
that went
will
over
say
your
that
head?
I have-
I get
I have
that
hung
one.
my hat in Tennessee, so semi-related.
Go to
You currently hang your hat in Tennessee.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
go to what else? What now? I'm all thrown off.
Brew the shit out of it.
No. There's
Guys.
Brew it in your butt.
No, God damn it! What's the other thing that I'm missing?
Email?
Go to your favorite podcast client
Oh, yeah.
or to Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star rating because it helps people find the show. If you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@4brewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
If you want an ad-free version of Four Brewers, go to Stitcher Premium and subscribe. Go to stamps.com, offer code Brewers, and save nothing but get a free digital scale.
Berries the size of
If you
your
want
hand.
Fat Tire Belgian Wit. Have you guys started hearing those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a lot of podcast ads lately.
Well, they got to start advertising somewhere.
Have you heard of the app Anchor? It's a
Anchor
podcasting app.
Anchor
Yep.
FM?
Yeah.
Sure.
You know Casey Neistat?
Yeah.
He is
No.
starting a podcast and he's doing it on Anchor, which is pretty fucking huge for Anchor.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
Because Casey Neistat's a pretty popular dude.
What does
Hey.
he do? I don't know him.
He's a vlogger on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And a entrepreneur.
likable
famous
guy.
internet
Have
person.
you guys heard of Ninja?
I
know-
know
you-
of him,
you know this whole
the
thing?
Twitch streamer, yeah.
Yeah, like,
watch streamers,
apparently
but I know of him.
apparently he's big enough that he did a Fortnite stream with Drake.
Yeah, and it was like the most watched thing on Twitch.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
the coolest thing ever. I'm sorry, and apparently he's actually like kind of a nice dude. I bet he's gonna get milkshake ducked.
Nah,
He's got to.
We'll see. John, play that video. Can you make it come through the headphones?
Can I? Yes.
You
a musician, yeah?
Yes, I am.
But you ain't very good, are you?
I'm one of the best in town.
Come on, I read your reviews. You know what your problem is?
What?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's the audio.
Yeah, where's the video?
Oh, it's on my computer.
Oh, we wanted both sides.
I'm literally using 3 different computers right now.
This is weird.
Here, we can just you take your headphones off. It's not going to play in the headphones.
All right.
Greg.
Sorry. Technology is difficult today.
Yes, I am.
But you ain't very good, are you?
I'm one of the best in town.
Come on, I read your reviews. You know what your problem is?
What?
You ain't got the funk. You're all rigid. You're like a breadstick. You got no rhythm.
Yeah, well, I've heard all this sort of